Bye.
I think back then it was a smaller following. So I remember my agent told me, "Do you want to do a vampire movie?" I said no. So I was thinking like blood and guts and like a cave and like bats. Back then there was like really good, vampire movies, and then they would go through like a bunch of bad vampire movies.
Right,
we were in the bad vampire movie stages. So I was like, nah. And they said, well, it's based on a book. It's a small following. It's called Twilight. I was like, okay. And they said, Catherine Hardwicke's directing. And I said, oh, I love Catherine. I said, when's the audition? And they said, tomorrow.
Wow.
Okay, well, do you have a script? And they said, no. But the book is out? Yeah. Alright, I'll go get the book, set up the meeting. I went out, got the book, and I was just gonna cut to like my part. It was like, Carlisle, page 40. That was Carlisle. And then I started reading it, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. So I went back to the beginning, I just read the whole book, sucked me in. I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I went to the audition, red-eyed, looking very pale. Here I am.
In love with the book franchise. It was such an easy read. Loved the story. Didn't love the Scarfold. Didn't love that we didn't have things, because I love I love Blade.
Right.
So it was like that was the cool vampire stuff for me. Or Daybreak.
Yep. Daybreak was good. Yep.
And so it was. I was a little confused, even when I got set. Peter Jackson had to help me with the contacts. He had a hard time with the contacts, and the first one was a smaller budget, so we usually have like a technician who puts them in, but we didn't have that. We had the makeup lady, so it was me and Jackson would hold Kellen down in the makeup chair while he swerved, had my elbow on his forehead. You can do this, look up, and then she would slide them in, and it was terrible because they were pretty thick too. Like they're like putting hubcaps in your eyes. And then we didn't have like. I mean, I've done fake things, right? Like, and so they're like, all right, go to set. I think the first scene was the baseball scene. When I was here, like that scene. No one on this side liked that scene. But I was like, God, are you forgetting something? And they're like, no, you don't sparkle in the baseball scene. And I'm like, no, God. Yeah, like, we aren't doing things. There's no, like, really? You aren't going to change the book at all? But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. So,
when we did the Twilight movies, the first one, nobody really knew what we were making, so it was like, we could go out and we would go to like this open night mic and Rob would play guitar and there'd be like nobody in the bar but us and the cast and like Rob singing, and it was like, this is kind of sweet, I wonder if I'll ever see this cast again, kind of, you don't know if we're going to get a second movie out of it, but you hope that enough people watch it and get to do another movie. And then the first movie came out and it snowballed into something exciting, and then the second movie came out. And then by the third movie, like, we couldn't go out, right? So it became like if we went out, it was like paparazzi and a lot of, So we would stay in, and we would go to, we would play board games in our hotel rooms. And so one night, Kellen brought the Twilight game, and we played that. And I thought I was like a shoo-in to win the game, because as the dad of the family, I made it a point to know everybody's storyline. I was like, you got bit on a Saturday, it was raining out, and it was 1922, I knew 4 p.m., and so I knew everything. And then I lost. And the reason I lost is because I didn't know any of the high school kids' names. And also Ashley Green won, I think she cheated. She used her like psychic powers, her future powers to win that game. But anyway,
Can you,
phone a friend?
maybe, depends on who the friend is. And can we listen?
Maybe Jackson needs it's snowing somewhere.
There we go.
There's snow somewhere right now.
All right, so the first question, who forgot their lines the most? Rob did? Really?
I was gonna say Rob.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna say it.
Okay.
I didn't want to out him, so I'm glad you did. But you know, to be fair, he had the most lines.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. Now this one is super personal because there's going to be a follow-up story, we hope. Who was the biggest prankster on set? Okay.
When you do the vampire stuff, right? It was like you had to be on a treadmill that they put on the back of a pickup truck. This is how they filmed it. Didn't feel that safe. Don't try this at home. And then they would kind of like, secure you in, and you'd be running as fast, like put as fast as you can on the treadmill while the truck's moving, and they'd be filming you from the side. And if you can imagine, you're doing that for like an hour, and I would do it for 10 minutes. I'd be so winded. And Helen's like, "This is great. This is so much fun." And I'd be, "I hate you."
Who would last the longest?
I was king of the Mardi Gras one year, It was memorable for one reason only. And you get to City Hall, and there are platforms of people on either side, and the mayor comes down and hands you a glass of champagne and drinks the Mardi Gras. So I said, "Mardi Gras!" My pants fell down because the costume was a little loose and memorable.
look at all the cosplayers in detail, but they will be watching them on this stage for that presentation and how they show all embellished with glittery jewels and thrifted heels, given a new life of their own. The grimoire was constructed using recycled pieces of cardboard and foam topped with hand-painted details and, of course, custom pages. But now she makes dresses, beautiful, beautiful dresses. Various techniques such as gathered ruffles, pin tucks, and embroidery. The process took around 8 months and 250 tedious hours of work. Costume was contrasted with rigid golden accessories, the biggest being the horn helmet, 3D printed with wood filament and the corset belt, laser cut out of warbler, cardboard, and paper to say she will soon make you look just like her. Beautiful. The waistcoat was made from an old pair of pants. The cape was made from a curtain and a bed sheet. Finally, the sword and hardware were patterned and sculpted out of foam. This cosplay is completely custom tailored from head to toe. Princess Daisy has entered a new realm of myth and magic as a witch. PLA 3D printed parts and liberated by paint to mark fear into the enemy. Canvas drop cloth. The skull was made into a mask where underneath there's a video camera installed for viewing. The gloves are 3D printed as well as the scythe blade. The stilts were handmade draped pattern in addition to the vest. In the spirit of conservation and ingenuity. The cape is made using 2 tablecloths and crepe is made with thrifted doll wedding dress. Create a more personal touch. The accessories are handcrafted and the garments were sewn based off of modified patterns. Weapon, Paracelis. Abby's costume is made upcycled jeans, while Paracelis is made out of cardboard and styrofoam. By hand, all pieces of clothing and armor were entirely handmade with extreme focus to accuracy and detail. 3D modeling and leatherworking grew skilled work to successfully bring this beloved Star Wars legend character to life. Multiple materials included crepe satin, velvet, vinyl, and foam. This creation took approximately 60 hours of work and utilized various crafting techniques. These are the bracers to the pin store. This cosplay was crafted with elements in mind to make things to develop actual styles. This is the first time building armor using mostly EVA foam, bandage wraps, up to various fabrics dyed black. The shoulder armor was made using EVA foam and other embellishments, and the shoes were also thrifted. The skirt was made up of 2 recycled ball gowns. The top was made out of boning, fabric, and tons of sparkles. By that extra swoop, Sigma's armor was made out of EVA foam and hand-painted with flexible chrome was made out of real leather. The staff was created out of wood, copper wire, EVA foam, dowels, and foam clay. All of it was made to withstand a good dungeon crawl. Pattern drafting methods, hand beading, and over 10,000 rhinestones and lights. Covered, featuring 12 pockets, it was created out of thrifted and scrap satin, leather, chicken wire, and other materials from aluminum, stainless steel, and mild steel. The flight suit has been airbrushed for a weathering effect and heavily modified. This is the way.